I've just seen we've got a regen called Brett Pittman. Hello everyone and welcome back to more Careering Onwards with me, Mr. Grant, here on Football Manager 20 with Liverpool in Season 7 of our time as a manager, our first season, of course, at Anfield. And we've adjusted to life on Merseyside, I think, pretty well so far. 2 more games today, including our first game in the Champions League. But let's have a look and see how things have been getting on since we took over. And as you can see there, obviously last time out we beat Fulham 3-0, a fantastic opening day win. And since then, it's not been as good. We got 3 wins and a draw from 5 games you would expect us to win. Well, you can't win them all, can you? Anyway, we started off after the Fulham game with a 0-0 against Bournemouth, in which absolutely nothing happened. It was one of the most unusual games I've ever had. They had 1 shot, it was off target in the whole game. I mean, we only had 4 on target. They restricted us quite well. Very defensive formation, and I mean that was why they were there, to just defend. And yeah, 0-0. But then 3 wins in the league since then. A 2-0 win against Leeds United, Mohamed Salah and Moussa Dembele getting the goals in that one. Dembele on the score sheet again as we beat Watford 1-0. I mean, we're quite a long way in, so it's quite hard to sort of judge where teams are. Leeds are pretty good from what I can see, so that's quite a good win at Elland Road. And then a 2-1 win most recently at the Hawthorns against West Bromwich Albion. A little bit nervy, but Marko Vujovic getting both goals, opening his account with a double deposit to give us a 2-1 win that has left us in, well, quite a good position at this very early stage. 5 games played, undefeated still. We are in 3rd place, 13 points, 2 behind the Manchester clubs who have won all 5 of their opening games, because obviously. But certainly in contention for the Champions League, as you would hope and expect, given that is what Liverpool have done every season of the save so far, and that's what the board want, and if we don't do it, then that'll be very bad. But anyway, 2 matches today. We are going to be playing Celtic, first of all, at Celtic Park in the Champions League group stage. Our group is, I mean, it could be worse, but it could also be better. Benfica, Lyon and Celtic. It's not exactly straightforward, is it? They're all pretty good teams. I mean, yeah, Lyon certainly can spring a few surprises, but we should hopefully get through, and 3 points there will do us the world of good. Then we will be playing Southampton in the Premier League, our academy side, of course. Well, no, actually, they're just Southampton. We haven't signed any players from Southampton, from what I can tell, in the entire save. But hopefully 3 more points in that one before we start getting into some of the more difficult fixtures. Manchester City coming up, Chelsea coming up as well. So it's been a pretty good start to life here. We've adjusted quite well to the higher level of football. And I just realised, our dressing room atmosphere is excellent, but I don't think I've ever actually had a team meeting. I don't think I've ever actually introduced myself to the team. I don't think that ever happened. I might be wrong. I don't think it did. That's the second time, if it is the case, that's happened in the save, because it happened at Leicester as well. At least this time, it doesn't really matter. Right then, the team for this one is, well, we're going to go pretty much full strength for this one, because it's our first European game, and although we would probably be expected to beat Celtic, and this might be an opportunity to rest some players, I did actually rest a few players against West Brom, because they came back from the international break looking a bit tired, and I don't want to get, have some sort of slip up. Certainly in our opening group stage match. So we are going to go pretty much full strength. Although actually, I'm going to bring in Voucher for Van Dijk. We've got to be careful with Virgil van Dijk, because he's a bit of he's getting up there for a footballer. In footballing terms, he's getting up there. So we've got to look after him really. But then otherwise, the team is going to be Alisson in goal, Robertson is going to be at left back, and Alexander-Arnold at right back, of course. Voucher in defence alongside Joe Gomez, who's back from injury, raring to go. De Jong, Bentancur and Lucas Paqueta in midfield. Mohamed Salah on the left, Vujovic on the right, and then Moussa Dembele up front. Maybe a bit of a risk playing full strength team, but we've got the EFL Cup coming up, and the home game against Celtic is definitely one we can rest a bit for. They have got some interesting players. Gelson Martins, one of the sort of, well, he's been a highly rated prospect for a while. Obviously he's gone to Monaco and kind of slightly done all right there in real life, but he's ended up at Celtic in this one. They've also got Okafor, who was really highly rated last year. Baba Rahman too. Now the player to highlight is James Taylor, not the singer, but a footballer up front who is, well, he's been developing over the last few years, and he is quite good. Only 3 caps for Scotland, which is odd given how good he is, presumably compared to most of their other players up front. But yeah, he's pretty deadly and may well score today. I did nearly sign him at Leicester at one stage, but it was becoming a bit too pricey. So we should be winning this game without any problem at all. We're going full strength for the most part, so I expect you to get all 3 points on the board. First highlight is Mohamed Salah free kick, which is cleared away all as far as Moussa Dembele, and we're kind of trying to work something here. Seen nothing until this point. We have to go all the way back to Alisson. So Alisson plays the ball out to Andy Robertson, and Celtic pressing quite high. This is really the first highlight we've seen. Mohamed Salah, lovely flick ball forced to Moussa Dembele, of course against his old club, and he misses that one. Corner comes in from Celtic, and well, that's not supposed to happen. Stanley Nsoki, previously on the books of PSG, has given them the lead. Just ghosts through the defence there for a simple header. We've just missed the chance from, well, one of their old boys, Moussa Dembele, and now Celtic have the lead. This was my concern for playing a rotated team. Didn't want to do that. Didn't want to slip up. Obviously, the downside is that if you play a full strength team and then you still lose, then, well, everyone is tired and also you've lost, which is bad. Still time to recover this one though. But Celtic looking quite good. Vujovic winning the ball back though, doing some good work on the right hand side. Finds Bentancur. Moussa Dembele's there. He looked quite a lot away offside, but he's not apparently, unless there's no VAR at Celtic Park. Vujovic, great work to win it back. Bentancur running forwards, and then the pass from him is perfectly timed. Moussa Dembele is, how is he not offside? How is he not offside? Well, let's see the replay. We are actually going to see the replay. Bentancur, that is questionable to say the least, but it's a good finish from Moussa against his old club, and it's 1-1. Corner comes in from Mohamed Salah, looking for Dembele. Instead, he's found Callum McGregor, who finds James Taylor, and well, he beats Andy Robertson very easily, and really very unlucky not to score. Gomez to Bentancur to Vujovic, looking for him to make the difference, and Bentancur again has been very involved since leading up to the goal, and then afterwards Dembele with a flicked header on, and again he's had 3 chances and he's got a 1/3 success conversion rate at the moment. And at half time it's very even here, 1-1. To be honest, I am glad I played a full strength team, because Celtic more than justifying their place in the Champions League. Alright, Lucas Paqueta is on a booking and has also been bad, so we'll bring on Miguel Salvador for his first proper appearance in a video. He started the last game against West Brom, and I had to take him off on about 60 minutes. He wasn't particularly great, but Vujovic on the right has been fouled by Baba Rahman, who gets himself a straight red card. So we've got a man advantage for the last 20 minutes. Mohamed Salah with a free kick in, and it's not come up very clearly, but it's gone in. Pierre Foucher with his first goal for the club and first goal of professional football. Well, I mean, matches the jump of the Celtic defender. Again, we're going to see the replay, because it was a questionable decision. He's not offside, and we have got the lead. Right, time is disappearing here, looking for a potential third goal. Gomez holds it up well to De Jong. Salvador driving forwards, beats 1, beats 2, finds Moussa Dembele, and that is how you get the job done. Second of the game for him. He's had a very productive return to Scotland. De Jong, lovely ball forward. Salvador, I mean, this is why he's highly rated. Good run forwards, slips the ball forwards to Dembele. Excellent finish from him, and this is now safe. I'm going to upset him and take him off so he can't get a hat-trick, because he's not looking especially fit, and we'll just see this one out. One potential last highlight: Aarons plays the ball to Firmino. He's off the bench to replace Dembele, and Salah's in. It's a good save in the end, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway, except really for kind of the goal difference. But I mean, I don't know, it doesn't really matter too much in the Champions League, does it? It's your head-to-head that matters more, and we have won in this head-to-head. Celtic 1, Liverpool 3. Very good stuff indeed. Probably for the best that we played the full-strength team. Celtic were not pushovers there at all, but we get all 3 points. Lyon win their opening game as well, and a very good start to proceedings in the Champions League. Well, a huge game at the top of the table between the two Manchester clubs very early on in the season, and Manchester City continue their unstoppable run with a 1-0 win. It's going to be very, very difficult to be able to beat them this season. Very difficult indeed. But all we can do is keep going and keep putting pressure on them until we play them, which is going to be in the next episode. But Southampton here today, they've not been of good form of late, and well, I think we can bring back Virgil van Dijk into the side. Joe Gomez hasn't been outstanding. I mean, maybe Foucher and Van Dijk is the partnership we go for the whole of the season. Everyone is looking nice and fit. They had a bit of rest after the game against Celtic, and I think there's no reason to not go with this lineup again, especially with the EFL Cup match coming up in the next week. That'll be a chance for everyone else to get a game in and see if they can impress me, but these boys have done the job so far. Right then, Southampton, some former player of ours in the form of Wilfred Ndidi, who we of course sold to them while we were in charge of Leicester City, and he's fared better than his Leicester teammates. They got Callum Chambers back, they got Tuan Zebi, Benjamin Henriks, they got Jared Bowen as well, so not going to be easy at all. And of course a good scouting exercise for us, because we're going to just sign all their players. And we're on the attack relatively early on here. Andy Robertson didn't play particularly well against Celtic, and he's been robbed by Ndidi, trying to clear up. Doesn't quite do it. Foucher with a good header though. And De Jong and Bentancur to work through the midfield to Mohamed Salah. I think that was a shot. Well, maybe it was a pass. Maybe it was intentional. It doesn't come off, and Dembele, his effort is saved by Radu. Alisson then playing out from the back to Virgil van Dijk against his old club, of course. Bentancur, De Jong, Paqueta, working it nicely through the midfield. Vujovic has a bit of space on the right-hand side, beats his man, but gives it off to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Back to Vujovic, and Trent gets it back, puts it across to Mohamed Salah with the coolest finish of the day. Absolutely, it'll be just so casual from him. Good work from Trent. Just keeps on going, and eventually is able to work it past the fullback, and then just do a dinked header from Salah to make it 1-0 again. I mean, we're riding the offside line. Apparently, we keep seeing this is. Basically every goal has been nearly offside. His movement was good enough, and we have the lead. Can we grab ourselves a second to put us in firm control? Foucher puts the ball across to Salah. Vujovic's shot is blocked. It goes all the way back to Virgil van Dijk, who's very advanced and wide in that position, but we get away with it. Vujovic inside to Bentancur, trying to look for the run of Mohamed Salah. Instead, Emery plays it forwards, but Foucher's there to clean up. The regen's very involved today. Vujovic and Foucher doing a good job. Mohamed Salah on the ball again to Paqueta. Vujovic is there and he slams it against the crossbar. Very unlucky. Of course, we need to win this game, because then we will go above Manchester United into second, which is good at this early stage. De Jong intercepts, and we're just the way we recover the ball is very nice. Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right hand side. The ball into Moussa Dembele, but the shot is cleared. And we're looking to work another chance though. We've definitely been dominant, but this has happened before in games where we dominate, and then we don't seal it, we don't get another one, and then they come back and score late on. It happened a lot with Leicester, happened a few times with Cambridge, it happened quite a few times with Borussia Monchengladbach. I don't want it to happen here with Liverpool. Vujovic beats his man, is floored, and it's a penalty. Lodi's fouled him. Mohamed Salah to take, and hopefully double our lead, and indeed he does. Calmly dispatches the spot kick. The Egyptian, showing absolutely no signs of age whatsoever. He is a phenomenon, really. That's all that we can say about him. He is an absolute phenomenon. 5th of the season for him already. And at half-time, we are now well in control. Vujovic has got himself a yellow card. He's got a couple of those already, so he's going to get a suspension at some point. I'm just going to highlight this, because it was one of my slight concerns about him. It's in his coach report, yeah. So he's not consistent, which I've kind of seen a little bit of so far, but he does like getting bookings, so we've got to be careful of that. Otherwise, he's amazing, but those are some slight issues to his game. Hopefully those will sort of iron out as he gets a bit more mature. He was having quite an inconsistent game today. I think he's been very involved in the first half, but not having the highest average rating. We'll take him off because he is on a booking. We'll bring on Son Heung-min, and then Firmino can come on for Dembele, who's also not playing especially well. Not much action in the second half. I'm going to take off Trent Alexander-Arnold too, because his fitness is it's never amazing, is it? It doesn't always. I guess because he works so hard, he gets very tired. But we'll bring on Max Aarons, and hopefully we can get another one. Season one out. Aaron's playing it across to Son. De Jong is there. He's going to take a shot on. No, he's not. He's going to find Son. With lovely ball from De Jong. Absolutely brilliant. Son can't find the finish. And I think that is going to be that for another win. Another pretty simple routine win. 2-0. Good stuff indeed. I'm very pleased with the result. And the performance from everyone. I mean, we saw basically nothing from Southampton there. Very controlled. Very controlled indeed. We move up to second place in the table. 16 points now. 2 points behind Manchester City. And, 1 point clear of Manchester United, who obviously lost to Manchester City. So, not a bad start at all. Not a bad start at all. And, we hopefully will continue this. We've got the League Cup coming up, which we'll play a rotated side for. But then next time we will be back, as said, for that potentially very crucial game at this still quite early stage against Manchester City, who will probably be still within a 100% record in that one. We'll also play Benfica in the Champions League. I want to give a bit more focus to the Champions League because it's our first season in the competition, of course. And hopefully get ourselves another win in that one. But the Man City game, that is the key one. That is going to be difficult. And this man, I think, is going to help us. It's just an absolutely remarkable record for him. He has been brilliant, and he looks like he's continuing that trend as well. Anyway, that is going to be the end of today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss that table-topping clash with Manchester City next time out. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.